Shalom and welcome to a traveling clat stream. Na 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 na. Ya 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 ya. We will travel Israel, we will see the truth. And when they say we are lying, we will show the proof. Ya habibi. Na 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 na. Ya 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 ya. So y'all come with me for another stream. Become a clat. Join my Patreon, become a clat. Join my Patreon. And don't forget my Discord because it's very fun. Na 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 na. Ya 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 ya. Humus shawarma jahnun burekas. Umani ohev otchem shalom aleichem. Take you by the hand. This is the Traveling Clat live stream. Shalom and welcome to a Traveling Clat stream. Na 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 na. Ya 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 ya. Travel Israel, we will see the truth. And when they say we are lying, we will show the proof. Ya habibi, become a clat. Join my Patreon, become a clat. Join my Patreon. And don't forget my Discord because it's very fun. This is the Traveling Clat live stream. Na 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 na. Ya 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 ya. Na 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 na. Ya 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 ya. Na 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 na. Ya 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 ya. Na 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 na. Ya 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 ya.
Shalom, חברים! Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How is everybody doing? Welcome back to the live show. We haven't done this in a minute. It's time for you guys to catch up on what I've been doing, what I've been up to, and we're going to do call-ins today. So anybody who wants to call into the Traveling Clat live stream, today is your opportunity to speak with me live, debate with me live. It's going to be a really cool show. I apologize for my settings. I might have a little bit of technical difficulties today because I've been moving around a lot. But welcome back, everybody. I am your sweet Zionist prince, your favorite white colonizer. Everybody really loves that opening from the videos. I am indeed your favorite white colonizer. There are many white colonizers from Israel, but I am your favorite, and I'm your favorite Zionist prince as well. So welcome everybody to the show. I'm so happy to be here with everyone. Yes, somebody here has commented the channel is blowing up. We are indeed going through the biggest peak of my channel's long 10-year history on YouTube. I've been a YouTuber for 10 years. This channel has existed for almost, it's going to be year 11 in April, exactly in a month from now, which is insane to think. And this is by far the biggest peak of my entire career. I'm actually in my childhood home right now, so I can show you guys something really special. I mean, I got this years ago, but... Sorry, one second. Oh, it's going to be a bitch to put this back on the wall. Yeah, see this? This is my YouTube button, the Traveling Clat for passing 100,000 subscribers. I got this in 2019 when I was still a traveling boy. I'm still a traveling boy, but we're different. We travel differently now. It's a different world we live in. So yes, your sweet Zionist prince is here. A few messages before we kick off the stream, because last time we clipped part of the stream and it got almost 1 million views on YouTube, which is crazy. So we're hoping to produce some more viral content from these streams, guys. Please call in with controversial opinions. I'm also going to open up right now the Discord room so you guys can start queuing up if anybody wants to call in. Let me open that up right now. Start the stage. Call in. Let's go viral. That's the name of the stage. I'll explain for a second. If anybody wants to call in, I'll explain in a second how you can actually call in. Not only has the channel been on fire, the Discord has been on fire. We hit 1,300 members on Discord. 1,300 users on Discord. That is bananas. Absolutely bananas. And it's been overwhelmingly positive feedback from everybody on the internet, minus people criticizing the fact that I show off too much chest hair. All I can say is, sorry, I'm Middle Eastern. It's part of my culture. Very sorry about it. That's my chest, and I display it. Sorry. Sorry. It is what it is. Not going to apologize anymore for that. Sorry, not sorry. Before we do get into everything else, I want to say I can't do any of this without your support. A lot of my content gets demonetized, so if you want to help out, joining my Patreon is the best way to help. For just $5 a month, you get exclusive content every Monday, plus a private chat on Discord with me. And for $10 a month, you get a bonus live stream after every single stream here on YouTube. So right after this stream, I go on for another undesignated amount of time with my Patreon on the Discord server. So you just have to link your Discord to the Patreon. It's $10 a month. It's awesome. You get an extra value every time we go live. You can also show love through Buy Me a Coffee, PayPal, and right here on stream by visiting TheTravelingClatt.com to get merchandise. We got an awesome amount of merch that you can go on and buy. White Colonizer shirts, White Colonizer mugs. Come and get them. Every bit helps to keep the content going, but Patreon is definitely the most appreciated. For those of you guys who are new, you can also join my Discord for free. Link is in the description or in the chat. It'll be coming in periodically. Join the stage room and raise your hand, and later in the show I'll be bringing people up to speak their minds. No filters, no screening, just come as you are, but if you're anti-Semite, I will probably be mean to you. Huge thanks to everybody supporting the channel, to all the patrons, the PayPalers, the members here on YouTube, the coffee buyers. I see you guys all, and I appreciate you so much. Now let's jump into the call section of the show. Again, anybody who wants to call in, Discord link is in the description. And I am welcoming everybody to come up. Wow, we got a full room. Wow. This might be the most full the room has ever been right off the get-go. So get prepared, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully it'll be a little bit of a spicy episode today. Okay, I think we'll start here by a show of hands. If anybody here wants to debate me, doesn't agree with me on something, I welcome you now to call into the show. Please type it in the chat if there's something that you disagree with me on, or you want to, if anyone wants to debate Tall. Please do type it in the chat before I start bringing people up. Last time it was a bit of a shit show and I just brought everybody up at the same time. And we'll try to do this live. We'll try to have a fun time. Again, keep in mind, you will most likely be clipping these episodes, so come prepared to make some drama, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to argue about something. We got to make good entertainment here. Let's see. I'm waiting to see if anybody here wants to argue about anything. If not, I'll just start inviting people soon and we'll start taking opinions. Also, please let me know, by the way, in the chat, everybody, where are you watching from in the world? Somebody's saying my audio volume is kind of low. Let's see. Why? Oh. Should be better now. Should be a little bit better now. Maybe. Let's see. Hopefully it's better now. Okay. I don't see anybody coming up with a controversial opinion, so hopefully as the stream goes by, we'll have somebody come up with a controversial opinion. Let's see here. I'll bring up people. Hello from Ireland. Hello, Ruben. Welcome to the show. Hello from NYC. Welcome to the show. Lola's watching from Dallas, Texas. I'm going to be there in a few weeks, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be speaking there. Oregon, Argentina, New York. We got New York. We got UK in the house. We got an Italian in Germany. We got Poland. We got Maryland. We got London. We got Kansas City. By the way, everybody, it's now I can actually announce it. For anybody who was a part of the Patreon, they knew exactly where I was most of the time. But I just finished a tour, like a Israel advocacy tour across the Caribbean. I was traveling across the Caribbean region. I went to Curacao, Aruba, Suriname, and Trinidad and Tobago for about a month long. Crazy adventure. There's a full story to it. Everybody on the Patreon got it. I won't give you guys the whole thing now. Maybe another time. But everybody who was a part of the Patreon got the inside scoop. So I do recommend you join to sort of be a part of that inside community. The tighter TheTravelingClatt chat. It was really fun because I could post to them what I was doing in real time. I flew a plane. I spoke to thousands of people about Israel. It was really, really amazing. I was live on the radio at one point on one of the biggest shows in Trinidad and Tobago. I spoke to high school students. I spoke to churches. I spoke to synagogues. I spoke to Israel advocacy groups. It was a really incredible venture, and you guys can see the clips have sort of been coming out slowly. One of the episodes we did, it got like 20,000 views here, I think, on YouTube, but on Instagram, it got like 150,000 views. I did an episode about the Jews of Curacao, about this small island in the Caribbean. If you haven't seen it, it's about to break 200,000 views. To Curacao. Did you know that Jews live on this tiny Dutch colony in the middle of the Caribbean Sea? No? Neither did I. Let's find out about it. So besides this beautiful community of flamingos that lives on this island, there's a Jewish community that's been living here for all... Highly recommend everybody watches that. It's a great episode. We've got more stuff coming from Suriname and from Trinidad and Tobago. It's going to be really exciting. Okay, I'm just going to start inviting people up on stage. I ask everybody, please stay on mute or I will kick you out of the room if you're being disruptive. This is not a place for you to argue one with another. There's a time and place for that on the Discord. You can join the debate channels if you want to do that. I highly recommend you do as well. If you want to talk to me, this is one-on-one with Tal. Okay, you are welcome to come up right now. I'm going to start inviting everybody. Please stay on mute unless you're called upon. Do not talk. If you are, I will kick you off the stage. That's just the simple way this thing is going to work, okay? I'm inviting everybody up. Please stay on mute, and I'll sort of bring you guys each to an opportunity to speak, to debate about something with me, or if you have a question for me, an argument with me. Sorry, it's going to be a little thorough. Have to go one by one. I'll invite everybody. Again, I'm reminding everybody, please stay on mute. Don't make me mute you. Don't make me kick you off stage. I don't want to do that. We just have to have some sort of order in the court. Okay? I'm going ahead. I just want to make sure I don't miss anybody. And if you're watching live and you decide that you want to jump in on the conversation a little bit later, it might be a little hard for me. I recommend you do it now. I might get a bit distracted, but I recommend you join now so I can catch you right now. And I'll try to take some time in the middle of the stream to invite more people up. And let's get this shit going, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this conversation going. All right. Let's see. I'll just try to see if I can pick somebody here who has never been on before. Stay on mute. Kairos, please. Everybody stay on mute. Mute. Mute your mic. Mute your mic. Tico, I don't believe I've ever heard from you before, Tico. I'm not sure. Maybe I have.
Yeah. You talked to me last time, but...
Oh, okay.
Anyways.
Let me give an opportunity for somebody else real quick then. I'll bring you up a little bit later. Ita...
What's going on?
Ita Win Squish? 69?
Hey, man. How's it going?
Good, brother. Have I spoke to you before?
No.
Okay, welcome to the show. Everybody else, I remind you right now, please stay on mute. Keep your microphone muted with the mute button. Okay? And if you interrupt, I will kick you off stage. I promise. Don't interrupt. Okay, what's up, brother? What's your name? Ita One Squish?
Yeah, my name's Ethan.
Ethan. What's up, Ethan?
Not much, man. Yeah, I'm a huge not here to debate. I am definitely on your side. I'm grateful for your channel, dude. I've literally lost like 60% of my friends, my 10-year relationship for supporting Israel. And yeah, it's been a rough go since October 7th, that's for sure.
Are you Jewish?
I am, yeah.
Okay. Wow, amazing, man. Well, we all appreciate you, obviously, and we love you, and we we obviously have nothing but love for you, and I can feel you on that as well, because a lot of us have lost a lot of friends and a lot of close ones during this last year and a half, almost 2 years now since the war started. So I'm with you, man. My thoughts and feelings are with you, and I totally get where you're coming from.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, and asking me if I was Jewish, if you asked me that before October 7th, I wouldn't give you a straight answer. My identity with and connection with my Judaism has always been on and off, and I've always questioned it. Yeah, but now I'm pretty certain that it's important to stay connected to our roots.
I couldn't agree more.
I do have a question though. Like there is a debate from the other side. They've been mentioning a lot about Corey Fisher or Carrie Fisher.
You mean Corey Gil-Schuster?
No. I think like she was killed by a bulldozer many years ago.
Oh, I think I know the story of this girl. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. They just use that as like fire and fuel to condemn like the IDF.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you know anything about the story at all, or if you can comment on it at all.
I can't say that I know exactly the details. I don't remember if she was a Jewish girl or an American girl. I don't think she was Palestinian, and she was protesting the destruction of a house, and then the IDF bulldozer eventually ran her over. I don't remember if it was on purpose or by accident. I really don't remember the details of the story at all. But I would say that, the IDF, this is something that I just did a video reaction to this the other day. The IDF in Israel is held to a moral standard unlike any other group of people on planet Earth. We are normal human beings like everybody else, like every single person else on planet Earth. We have people who fuck up. We have people who make mistakes. We have soldiers who fuck up and make mistakes. We're a normal operating group of people, and the standard that we're upheld to in the global community is absolute horseshit. It's insane, actually, and super racist. Not only to us it's racist, but to the people that we're being compared to constantly, it's also racist, because there's this term known as the racism of low expectations. I've talked about this a lot in my videos, where all these brown people in the Middle East, I was just watching this, I think it was a Dutch ambassador speaking to Caroline Glick in Jerusalem, and how he was proud of the fact that Europeans and the Western world hold Israel to a different standard from the rest of the Arab world, and that we should be empowered by that and proud of that. I'm like, not when it manifests into straight up anti-Semitism. Fine, if you want to uphold us to a different standard because we're great and we operate great and we provide a lot to the world, that's fine. But when it comes to wars, especially wars that we don't start against our own people, and you want to uphold us compared to how we're fighting literal terrorists who don't use any moral code or any UN human rights policies at all, it just becomes racist at a certain point, because you're expecting so little from those stupid brown people in the Middle East because of your white racism, I would say. You're expecting so little of these brown people in the Middle East, who I'm always standing on this side of saying, we are capable, all these brown people in the Middle East, we're capable of so much more than what we're doing at the moment. So much more than what we're doing at the moment. And the fact that the Arab world and the Muslim world has fallen into this immense internal racism and internal hatred of each other and internal bigotry doesn't mean that we, as the rest of the brown people in the Middle East who are semi-civilized and open-minded and we don't subscribe to this idea that we're all Arab or all Muslims or all need to be Arabs or Arabized, we can uphold ourselves to a higher degree of societal norms, of a higher degree of equality, of a higher degree of advocacy for one another. And when I say this, I talk about the Copts, the Mandeans, I talk about the Assyrians and the Amazi people and every other ethnic minority in the Middle East. So this idea that the IDF can't make mistakes, which is what that point is always brought up. To go back to your original question, that point is always brought up as the IDF is this evil army, as if every single army on planet Earth hasn't killed innocent people, as if every single army doesn't constantly make mistakes. It's an army. It's built to fight people. And in war, it makes mistakes frequently. That's something that happens frequently. And when you have these bigots surrounding this one army who's trying to be a good arbiter of morality in the Middle East and constantly putting it in a position, you're gonna have You're going to have mistakes made. It's going to happen. So that's kind of always my argument is like, don't come to me with these things of Israel did this, Israel killed this, Israel killed that. First, look at the neighborhood. Look at the neighborhood around us first. Judge me according to the neighborhood. Don't judge me according to me. Because it's unfair and it comes off as very racist and pretentious at a certain point. Hope that answers the question. That was a bit of a rant, which is the point of the show at the end of the day.
No, amen, brother. Honestly.
Amen, brother.
The truth. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, thanks for calling in. Be well. Much love to you. All right, let's see who's next. Cyber Sin, I don't believe you've ever called in. Cyber Sin?
Oh, hello. How you doing this fine evening?
Good, brother. How are you?
I'm good as well.
Where are you calling in from?
Israel.
Ah, Israel. I know this place. What's on your mind?
Really?
What's on your mind, brother?
We started bombing Gaza again.
Correct.
Hamas is still refusing to let go of these hostages, and I don't think they're ever gonna let them out.
Okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
So what do you want to talk about?
That's kind of the point is if you have something you want to argue with me about, that's why you would call in.
Oh, I'm not sure I have anything to argue with you about.
Okay, well then thank you for calling in, brother. Appreciate you very much. Let's try. Yeah, so maybe you guys can type in the chat. Let me know if there's anybody here who has something that they want to debate with me on.
I want to talk.
Okay. P? Where are you calling in from?
Yeah. From southern part of India.
Southern part of India. Okay, welcome to the show, brother.
Yeah. I do have a huge problem with your content, that you create. I mean, it's not like a problem.
Abhi, can you
just,
maybe speak a little bit closer to the microphone? It's a little bit hard to hear you.
Okay. Is it clear now?
That's better. Yeah, perfect.
Okay. I was saying that you create content and it's just like everyone. You're not showing exact truth on the channel. If I want to talk about. So one day you were saying you want to live with you want to live with the Palestinians along with them, and I was like, why are you even talking like that? I mean, I'll show you a picture. Hold on, let me send you a picture. It's like 3,500 kilometer radius around Israel is like all of the Muslims.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like there is only land that is like 200 kilometers long and 100 kilometers wide of Israel. It's just a piece of land in this whole world. And you want to live with them, do let them in? How can you even say that?
I didn't understand your point at all, brother. If maybe you could refine what you're trying to say a little bit.
No. I was trying to say is... Hold on, I'm a bit nervous. Sorry about that.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me do something if you're nervous. Everybody who's passing any judgment on this man for coming up here, I don't know if you are in the comments or not. Let's take it a notch back, okay? I'm gonna be nice to him. We're gonna open up our hearts to listen to what this man has to say. He has a criticism with me, but he's coming off as a gentleman. So let's hear what he has to say. Let's not pass any judgment, okay? And if I need to intervene, I can stand up for myself. You don't need to stand up for me. Let's nobody go into the bullying. Don't go into anything yet, okay? Everybody hold your horses. Abi, you're welcome to our community. You're welcome to have a disagreement with me. Please refine what you wanted to say. Don't be nervous. This is an open community. If we need to bite, we can bite, but we're not biting right now, okay? So you're welcome to speak your mind. Let's try again. What is it exactly that you have a problem with me?
It's not kind of a problem. A picture I've shared you. I mean, you can see that in the chat, and it's like you're not talking about the real facts. You're just saying this everything about the war is just that thing. But if you see the map, it's like there are more than 57 Muslim countries, like majority countries, like 90% of them, and there is only one Jewish country. And Jewish history goes back to for 6,000 years ago, right? But it's like the Muslim, they're 1,500 years.
Okay.
Yeah, 1,300 years. Yeah, that's it, right? So they have the 57 majority countries, and Israel has only one country. This is a piece of land, and nobody wants to share with anyone. It's just only for Jews. So whenever whenever you are saying something in channel that we want to live with them all along, like inclusive, and everyone's here, we don't want to fight with anybody like that. It's a piece of land. That's the only thing you have. I mean, the people of Israel have. So there's no point of letting someone go in there and invade country like they did to every other country.
I am still a bit confused about your point.
Now,
No, you can stay on mute. Everybody stay on mute. It's not a time to jump in. I'm having a one-on-one conversation. Hold on. So I want to understand. Your point is that Israel is the only Jewish state surrounded by Muslim countries, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and that's a bad thing?
No, it's like a cancer. I mean, Muslim ethnicity. It's like a cancer. It's gonna eat everything alive. Like any country that goes, it's gonna take over all the country. Right?
I see what you're saying. So you're saying the problem is with Islam.
Yeah, Islam, the people of Islam, everything the same.
I see. Okay, so I reject that notion. Actually, in your country, I learned why I reject that notion. When I traveled to India, I met the Sufi community, who, to me, they changed my whole perception on what's possible under Islam and under an Islamic framework. Okay, so here's a few points. One, this idea that everybody in the Middle East is Muslim and everybody in the Middle East is Arab is bullshit. Arabs themselves are so racist towards each other, and Muslims themselves are so racist towards each other, that they hate each other when you go 5 miles this way, 5 miles this way. I'll give you an example from my own country. The Muslims in Israel, and every Arab will tell you this in Israel. If you get into a conversation with them where they feel safe, they'll tell you the same thing. Muslims within Israel hate each other. The Arabs in Tel Aviv, in Yafo, they hate the Arabs in Jerusalem. And the Bedouins in the north, they hate the Bedouins in the south. And they're all racist and hateful of each other because they have a difference of opinion on the religion and on the ethnicity that they're a part of. Because every Muslim / every Arab, if you go a couple miles this way or a couple miles this way, don't recognize the other person as a real Arab or a real Muslim. So this idea that Muslims are somehow capable of taking over anything anymore, it's actually kind of wrong. The only place where I see the serious danger happening is the brainwashing of Islamic jihadists in the West. When it comes to the Middle East, honestly speaking, most of Iran is falling from the perspective of Islam. I'm speaking to a lot of people in Iraq right now, the country where my family is from, which I have so much love for, and I want one day to visit this place and reconnect with my people, which are Iraqi Mandians and even Iraqi Muslims who were probably forced converted from Judaism at some point. Even in Iraq, Islam is losing its grip because people don't buy into it. They don't believe in it anymore. What we have to do, and why I don't believe that this fight is a fight not worth fighting, Abhi, is because we have to do our part as people who believe in the diversity of religions, diversity of cultures, diversity of people to practice what they want to practice in the Middle East and North Africa. We have to fight to break away Pan-Arabism. We need to break away this idea that everybody is one thing. We need to constantly remind the Muslim world and the Arab world that they hate each other. We don't have to make them hate each other. We just have to remind them how much they do hate each other, because they'll do the rest for themselves. And that, in my way, in my belief, that is the way we can actually get to peace in the region. Because people need to start taking care of their identity of who they are. They don't know who they are. The average Muslim and the average Arab doesn't know that they've been colonized, that they were colonized by Arabs. And they don't know that probably somewhere down the line, yes, there are people who peacefully accepted Islam, but a vast majority, we know Islam spread by the sword. It's a known thing. And we cannot capitulate to Muslims who try to tell us this narrative that they spread with love and peace and butterflies and rainbows. We have to constantly remind the Muslims, or the people who are Muslim, who may be faltering, may be teetering, that this religion was probably forced upon them. Now, does it mean that everybody has to stop being Muslim? Absolutely not. I have no problem with the core tenets of Islam. And again, like I said, Sufism, Ahmedism, Ahmedi Muslims, and Sufi Muslims, they've shown me what reformed versions of Islam can accomplish, and how beautiful they can be, and how cooperative they can be in the world we live in today. I mean, the Sufi Muslim community in India single-handedly blew my mind. It blew my mind. I was shocked by how amazing they were, and how amazing they were to me, and how peaceful they were. But the idea is we have to wake them up to this reality. Most Muslims and Arabs in the world today do not know. They have no idea who they are. If you ask the average Iraqi, they don't know that they're not even an Arab. And they don't know that the Arabs in the Gulf are super racist towards them because they don't even see them as real Arabs. Same thing with Palestinians. If you talk to a Palestinian, they live and die by the fact that they are an Arab. They believe they are Arab until the day they die. But they don't know if you go a couple thousand kilometers to the east and you ask them if Palestinians are really Muslims or really Arabs, they'll be like, hell no. We colonized those fuckers. Same thing if you go west, go south, go to Sudan, go to Morocco, go to Egypt, go to Algeria. Ask each and every single one of them, are they a real Muslim? Are they also, I'm the real Muslim, but him, he's not. So it's a very fickle group. I used to be, I'm not going to say afraid, but I used to be a lot more weary of Islam and Muslims and Arabs as a group. I used to say, wow, they're strong, man. They're going to take over the world. One day the whole world is going to be Muslim. And then I just woke up. I started talking to Arabs and Muslims, and I started realizing how much they hate each other. But we don't have to do the work for them. They'll destroy themselves from the inside out. And it's not about destroying Islam or destroying Arabs. It's about letting them wake up to the fact that they hate each other. Maybe during that way, I believe in this can be the way to bring on some level of peace. If we can wake people up, have them identify, have them connect to their own identities. Identify as something else other than just being this nameless Arab or this nameless Muslim. Being a part of something greater, which they actually are. I want a Sudanese person to wake up in the morning and feel empowered because they're from Sudan. Because they come from a long lineage and an empire who used to build pyramids in the desert. Not because they were colonized by somebody in the Arabian Gulf who forced upon them a religion and a way of life and an alphabet and a culture. I want them to wake up every day and feel empowered. Same thing with Lebanese. I want them to latch onto the Phoenician heritage that they have. And the Syrians, I want them to latch onto the Assyrian narrative that they have. And for the Mesopotamians, I want them to do the same in Iraq. That's how much love and compassion I have for the people of the Middle East. That's what I want to see. I hope that answers your question, Abi.
Yeah, that did.
Okay.
And I have also another thing, just a small thing.
So, okay, small thing, because I want to bring on another caller.
Yeah, super fast. So, Hamas is the same thing, like the Palestinians. The people of Palestinians are funded by the Palestinians and everything.
I mean, it's not exactly the same, but it's hard to make the distinction, is what I always say. It's obviously not exactly the same thing, but it's very hard to make the distinction between Hamas and the Palestinian people.
No. My problem is that, like, after 200 years, all this was after this, and after 200 years, people are going to talk about Israel destructively do those things to Palestine, but Hamas took over killed 1,200 people on October 7th. And there's no Hamas now, so all Palestinians are peaceful, but Hamas, no more Hamas, right? So they don't take the blame. But when it comes to Israel, they have to take all the blame.
I don't totally understand your point again.
No, I'm just saying.
Next time, refine your questions and come back in the next stream. I promise I'll answer. Okay, I'll keep you in mind.
Yeah.
Okay, brother. Be well. Thank
you
you so much. I also want to take a moment to say thank you. We got a super chat here from Naol, who sent a 6 check and said, "Achi, תמשיך ככה, יא מלך מישראל, מעריך את כל מה שאתה עושה." Thanks so much. He said thank you in Hebrew. A very nice message in Hebrew. Thank you, Naol. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you very, very much. Okay, let's see here. Who's next? Who's next? Did anybody filter out if they want to debate on something, if they actually disagree with me on something? Let me see here. Take a look here in the chat if there's anything like that. Oh, I can't open the chat because my computer's freezing. Okay, Furphy, Sammy. See if there's anybody new. Depends on the something. Let me holler. Okay, Vinny. Let's do Vinny makes bagels. That's a new caller. Vinny, can you hear me?
Can hear you. Can you hear me? I know my audio is a bit shit.
It's okay. If you could just speak a little closer to the microphone, it'd be perfect.
Cool. Okay, how's this?
That's better. What's up? What's on your mind, Vinny?
Thanks, man. So listen, I watched one of your I watched all of your videos, obviously, but there's this one where you're talking to this one Palestinian woman, and how do I paraphrase? So there's a part where you're like, I agree that there is a Palestinian identity, but if you look at it for more than 3 seconds, then it is a little bullshit. And I love that thing. I thought it was so good. There was this one part I was like so disagreeing on, open to being wrong though. Here's what it is. You're saying, I don't deny, and I'm sorry to put words in your mouth. Tell me if I'm phrasing this wrong, but you said like, I don't want to deny that there is a Palestinian identity. Like they believe that of themselves, and I can't take that away from them. Like even though it is a bit bullshit, if they believe it, then you can't take that away from them. And I was listening to that, and like the first thing I thought was like, okay, here's the thing. So I'm in Canada. Like here, I could like identify as a tomato plant and a woman on a Tuesday, and then like a gopher on a Wednesday. And like, I mean, like that wouldn't be a good argument to say, well, I believe that. So how are you going to take that away from me? And even if you were to say, well, there's a Palestinian passport, right? Well, again, I'm in Canada. So like we've now invented like, instead of male or female, there's an X. So like we agree with you. You are in fact the tomato plant on Tuesdays. And so that message where you're like, I can't take that away from them. That's what they believe. That's their identity. I mean, how does that work, man? Does that mean that whatever it is that I believe, I should just believe it and that's all right?
No. And that's exactly why I exist. It's to combat their beliefs. But in the same example that you brought up, in Canada today, whatever, and I'm not saying legitimately people identifying as tomato plants, but you could imagine there are people that identify as tomato plants, correct? They exist?
Yeah, they do, sadly. Yeah.
So that's literally all I was saying. There are Palestinians and that identity exists. You can't take that away from them. It exists. You got to work within that framework. That's what I do. I combat their history consistently. I combat their narrative consistently. Do they exist? Yes. That's all I said. They exist today. Regardless if you like it or not, Palestinian nationality and a belief in Palestinian identity exists. My job is not to destroy that identity. It's to combat it. Because they have to work uber hard with me. This will be the first time I announce it. I'm not going to tell you the exact results right now, but I just did a DNA test. The results I found are fucking crazy. It's going to break the internet. I truly believe this. And I have a specific bone to pick with Palestinians because they kind of destroyed my life or my family's life. And somebody like me is in a prime position to sit there and say, yes, your identity exists, but I'm going to rip it the fuck apart. All day, every day. Because I have a personal bone to pick with you now. Especially after I did my DNA test. Like, I have a beef with you. And with your national identity. Does it exist? It exists. Can I fight it? I'ma fight it. That's all I say.
How can something both exist and be bullshit at the exact same time?
Can literal bullshit exist? Yes. Can it be bullshit? Yes. Like, a scam can exist. It can happen. It exists. It's bullshit, but it's there. It doesn't, like, cease into nothingness because you want it to. You have to deal with the framework that's put upon you. You got to fight around it. You can't just make it disappear. I mean, you can. There are people who exist in this world. They're like, yeah, don't call it Palestine. Don't say Palestine. Don't this, don't that. You can try to do that all day, every day, and erase what's already started. But, baby, we're only 15 million people. Maybe we got maximum another 100 million who support us around that. We're tiny. We're not even a dent. There are billions upon billions upon billions of people who have bought into the scam of Palestine. It's our job to be smarter, to be faster, to be wittier, to be more sassy, to be a little bit more mean, which I am, to be a little more straightforward, and rip that shit apart all day, every day. I can't make it disappear. You can try to. You can live in an ignorance is bliss world, but it's not going to help you. Do you see what I'm saying? I really feel like I defended that point well. I got to be honest with you. I kind of want to pat myself on the shoulder. I feel like I did a good job there. Did I lose you? All right, I think we lost him. Anyways, Vinny, thanks. I don't know. I'm really content with that answer. I felt like I did a very good job defending that point. They exist. You can't change the fact that they exist. You gotta fight. You gotta fight around it. You gotta deal with that framework. It is what it is. Zulu, I don't believe I've ever spoken to you. Welcome to the show. Zulu, come to the front office, please. Zulu, come to the front office. Okay, Zulu's not here. Micro Royale, are you here?
Yes, hello Tal, how are you?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay, wait, sorry, Micro.
Sorry.
Yeah, mute yourself real quick. It's the honor,
It's fine,
Zulu.
I'll be back.
Yeah, thanks. Zulu?
Hi, sorry, I didn't know we had to talk. But
You don't have to
thank
talk
you.
if you don't want to.
Yeah, I just quizzed you about how you do things. It's nice to meet you. I'm sitting in South Africa in the dark because there's no power.
Oh,
So like a mushroom.
like a mushroom.
So if my power dies, I hope you know. I want to. Can you steel man your position? Not your position, their position. Have you ever tried doing that?
I mean,
How
I
difficult
do
is
it sometimes, yeah, especially when I'm on Omi TV. I'll pretend to be a Palestinian.
that? How does that normally go?
I mean, it's about gaslighting the other side. You use every tool, every trauma, everything that that the other side has gone through, as something that you're currently going through, whether it's true or not. You know, like, it's not to deny that real Palestinian suffering is real, and they do suffer, and they suffer pretty badly too. Their situation is pretty shit. Is it shittier than most of the people on planet Earth? No. They're in an immense amount of privilege, I would say, even just for the Middle Eastern groups of people. Palestinians have a higher quality of life than most people in the Middle East, even under the current framework of this war. They still remain a higher quality of life. But, you know, I could sit here and pretend to be a Palestinian all day, every day, but it's, you know, it's not really going to achieve anything, I think.
What do you think is the key? Okay, what in your mind, with all the arguments and all the debates and all the conversations you've had,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think do they have one or two good points? And if they do, can you remember them?
Do they have one or two good points, you're asking?
Yeah. What do you think their strongest points are? Of all the conversations you've had, has anyone stood out to you?
Yeah, I would say
Specifically,
that the situation in Judea and Samaria genuinely is immoral. And I think we have done a bad job on our end as Jewish people and as Israel in progressing what we want to do with that area. And I know we've also been pigeonholed by the international community, but their genuine gripe with the suffering that they live under in the West Bank, it's a real. I can't deny it. You know, like, it is real. It sucks. It sucks to live as a Palestinian in the West Bank. Again, in reference to other people in the Middle East, is it much better? Absolutely. You still have a neighborhood like Rawabi that exists in the West Bank, that in Judea and Samaria, that has full of mansions and summer homes for Palestinian Americans, and people import lions and cheetahs and pet eagles from Dubai that have to be confiscated by the IDF constantly. Again, is it a way better quality of life than most people in the Middle East? Yes. Is it shit? Yes, it's shit. So I think that the fact that we have not declared sovereignty over Judea and Samaria yet and offered a better way of life for everybody in that area is a bit bullshit on our end. And so I think that's definitely a good point from them. Maybe the way that they'll nuance that won't be the best, but I do believe that we could have done a way better in just being more decisive on what we want to do with that piece of land. And we should be more decisive, especially now during the Trump administration, and bring an end to that part of the conflict. We really need to do that. So that's something that I would agree with on that. Let me see what else. It's hard to give them something, but let me try to see if I can give them something.
Yeah, tough one, isn't it? Yeah, through all the bullshit.
There is a lot of bullshit. I'm trying to just filter through one thing that I could give them.
It's tough, eh? I've also been trying to think it's actually quite difficult. I thought maybe you've come across some people that just hit something on something and said something that just triggered something.
The thing is, again, it always comes down to the fact that their narrative and their identity is rooted in anti-Semitism and anti-Jewish like rhetoric. So it's hard, and I'll tell you, especially within the context of me doing my DNA test recently, it makes it even harder for me. It makes it really hard for me to like sit and defend them in any capacity. The one thing that I can say, okay, I think this is another point I could concede to them, is that the suffering in Gaza is immense, and it really is true. I don't think that people are starving. I don't think people are dying from the cold. I don't think that there's a genocide happening, but I think the suffering is immense. It really is immense human suffering that is going through there. The thing is, I just genuinely think the populace there is literally too stupid. And it's not because of IQ, it's not because of genetics, it's because of the way that the brainwashing has happened, and especially the international community. And I would say most European nations and Western nations who have funded anti-Israel sentiment in Gaza has brought them to the point where they literally cannot climb out of the shit that they're sitting in. They are sitting in a pile of steaming hot shit, and they can't climb out of it because they don't know how to climb. That's like... And so, yes, I'll say, I concede to that point that there is immense, sad, terrible human suffering happening in Gaza. I can concede that point. I concede that point that they're suffering in West Bank, in Judea and Samaria. I can say that they're suffering in Gaza. I can concede those points. Is it still under their own fruition? Yes. And unfortunately, you know what? And here, Brandon brought up a really great point here in the chat. He said they think they're winning. And that's the problem, is that they're sitting in a pile of steaming shit. They don't know how to climb out of it, and they believe that this is the paradise. Is sitting in this pile of steaming shit is moral. Sitting in this pile of steaming shit is the correct thing to do, and so they just keep doing it, and the cycle continues. So I'm kind of semi-conceding a point to them, but it's kind of hard, to be honest with you. If I'm being completely honest, it's a little difficult, this question you asked me. I'm trying my darndest, but it's hard.
I totally understand. My thought was that I think UNRWA and the League of Nations, Arab League, has also positioned them so perfectly as the noble savage, the eternal victims, and UNRWA keeps them, or has kept the education system in a perpetual cycle of just hate. I mean, we've all seen it. And that for me is an unforgivable sin from an outside force.
Yeah.
Not particularly from an inside force. Sorry, okay. Well, thank you for answering, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for watching, and thanks for calling in. I appreciate you very much. Let's bring on the next caller here. Who was it that I called earlier? I don't remember. Let's bring on Crab Mom. Crab Mom, you with us?
Hey man, sorry, I'm trying to figure out the mute button.
Can you speak a little bit closer to your microphone? It's kind of hard to hear you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
A little bit better.
Okay, sorry, I've got headphones in. Yeah, so just big fan. I just found you recently, joined the Discord yesterday. One of the interesting questions that we got into this morning on the chat was there's sort of a binary proposition of whether Israel is the best choice for being the guardians of Gaza. And I was hoping you might speak to that versus somebody else like America. I'm American, and I've been in a lot of right-wing spaces over the past 4 years, and there's not a whole lot of movement for America to be involved in that. So I was hoping you might say, whether present some information that, Israel is the best choice for that versus something like, Trump Plaza.
So I just understand your question is you're asking if I think that Israel is best suited to basically be the guardian of Gaza post this war, or if it's better than America be or somebody else, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I have actually pretty quick answer for this one. So I myself have not fully come to terms with whether I believe the Jews / Israel should resettle Gaza. I have not come to that conclusion myself yet. Because it's just, I can say I'm a human being and I don't have the answers to everything. And that's one of those questions I just really haven't come to terms with yet. I don't know whether it would be the right or the wrong decision, not morally, just because I don't know if it would be the right decision for Israelis and for Jews. That's really the only reason why I don't have a proper conclusion to that one yet. But I will say that if Israel somehow takes control over it, then of course Israel would be the best guardian of Gaza. I think that the ideal scenario, if we could somehow coexist with them on our border down there, is that an Arab nation from the Gulf would take control over it, but they would never do it because they know they'd be shooting themselves in the foot, because the Gazans hate them more than they hate us. And this goes back to that original point I was talking about early on in the stream, that how much Arabs and Muslims hate each other. And the hatred that they have for each other is reserved way higher than the hatred they have for us. It's ironically the one thing they all come together on is the hatred of us, but they really do hate each other way more than they hate us. Especially the Sunni-Shia divide. Like, they are willing to murder each other, terrorist attacks, just do the worst things they could do to each other over that divide. And so I think if we could somehow get one of the Gulf states to be serious enough about doing it, and a partnership maybe even with the West, with America, with Europe, we could usher in a new age for the Gazans. It's just the ideology there is so shitty. It's so bad. The Palestinian ideology across the board, West Bank and in Gaza. It's so bad. The ideology, the culture is so shit that it's really hard to step out of that. It'll be very difficult to step out of that. So that's kind of my opinion on it. I hope that answers the question. It's not really a full answer, but hope it gave you somewhat of an answer. I saw an Islamic name, Ibrahim Shiraj. Might be somebody trolling, but hoping it's a real...
No, I'm not. No, not my real name, but I am from Muslim background, so there's that.
Okay, that's interesting. All right, well, welcome to the show. Where are you calling in from?
Oh, sorry, there is a train coming from, so just give me 1 minute.
Okay, we'll bring you down first now. Micro Royale, can you come back up now?
Hello, Tal. How are you?
Hey, brother.
Nice to meet you here.
Nice to meet you too. Are you Lebanese?
Hello from the other side. Yes.
Assalamu alaikum, bro. Welcome.
Hello. Well, I don't really want to debate anything. I just like to have your opinion on something.
Absolutely.
So I would like to ask you, I would like to know your opinion on what are the cultural traits and values that Israel has but Lebanon lacks that allowed it to become a powerful non-Muslim country in the region, despite being surrounded by enemies, while Lebanon remains far less developed than Israel, and that Lebanon wasn't able to become a non-Muslim country as well, so it wasn't able to become a Christian nation.
I have a pretty good answer for this.
Yes.
I think the one thing that divides the two of our people is the persecution. You guys have never had real persecution until now. And when I say you guys, I mean it's now become a war of Islamists versus the real Lebanese, or the ones who want to save or preserve the fabric of true Lebanese/Phoenician society. So I think that's probably the real divide, is the fact that you haven't really been persecuted for wanting to exist, for wanting to add positivity / adding goodness into the world. When you look at the infancy of the creation of the State of Israel, as much as the pro-Palestinians want to label it as such, you can see that there was a genuine fabric of goodness there. There was always a genuine sentiment of wanting to coexist with the people in the land, whether that be with the Palestinian Jews at the time or the Arabs at the time. There was always a sentiment of trying to improve the condition of Jews worldwide via this piece of land, to gravitate more Jews from around the world who are in suffering to come back to this piece of land, to help them develop out of their suffering, and to improve the physical piece of land. And from day one, from the inception of that idea, there has been persecution in the name of it, in the name of Zionism. There's been persecution in the name of it. And I think that that's something that in Lebanon you never had it. You never had persecution in the idea of Lebanon. You just kind of got a Lebanon, and then you fucked it up. And you fucked it up by ignorance. You fucked it up by what's the word? Wow, I'm forgetting. shit. The word when you're like not when you wait. Damn, it's such a good word. I want to use it right now. I'm forgetting it. Complacency. You fucked it up mostly by complacency. Whether you were too diverse or too happy to see the fabric of Lebanon disappear, or you were too anti-Semitic, or you were too, open-minded with the Islamists ruling your country. I said this in the last stream. Generalization, yes, not every Lebanese, but you were too busy buying your Gucci bags and partying in techno parties at night and having orgies in Beirut than to take care of the fabric of your society. And you were never persecuted for it until now. So now it's all catching up with you. I would say you guys never did the work that was required to be a fierce, strong person in this neighborhood. And that's the one thing I would say it really divides the two of our people. And I really think the biggest partners for peace right now in the Levant is us. And I see this new age waking up in Lebanese society. I see people gravitating towards my content. So obviously I'm speaking some element of truth to Lebanese people. And again, I have said this a million times. I want to see you guys succeed. I want to see you guys improve. I want to see your condition get better. But I just don't see the burning passion. I don't see the burning fire under your ass that it's either do or die. And I see it's way easier for you to immigrate to Turkey or to leave the country, to abandon the country, the fabric of the country, in the name of Islamism so you can go and party and do techno shit and do your random orgies and stuff in Europe than to fight for your actual nation. And I see that appeal for most Lebanese people is bigger. And this comes from a place of, I haven't been to Lebanon, I haven't been to Beirut, but I'm talking to a lot of Lebanese people now. And I'm having a lot of different opinions. People who agree with me, people who disagree. But I really dive deep. Everything that I talk upon, I try to really do the effort to study. I can't say that I have a perfect opinion of everything, but I really try to get the big picture, the full picture, before I talk on it. And so I just think you guys haven't done the work yet. And I don't think you've been persecuted for it. That would be my answer. Hope that answers your question.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And the fact that most of us are really comfortable with the fact that the country is in the situation that it is in right now is something that really frustrates me. I think we have a lot of potential, and having peace with you would be really beneficial for us. Unfortunately,
bro, you guys have the biggest potential ever, and we would be the best fucking friends ever. We're the same. We are the same. We look the same. We talk the same. We act the same, more or less. There's nuances to it. But holy shit, we would be the best fucking friends. And every time I speak to a Lebanese person like you, I know we would be unstoppable if we've joined forces. Imagine militarily, the Lebanese army and the IDF working together. We would be unfucking stoppable. It would be crazy. And you think Syria wouldn't want to get in the mix eventually? They want to party too. You think the Syrians are a bunch of Muslims? Hell no. They invented orgies. They fucking invented it. And you think the Mesopotamians, the Iraqis, wouldn't want to join in too? I know I'm Iraqi. They want to get in on it too. And that's how we convert the region. You think we're not a bunch of horny fucks? That's what we are. And we all used to drink alcohol. And we all used to fucking party one with another and sell wood to each other. I'm not joking. I know I'm being funny, but like, genuinely, if we put our fucking minds together and drop the Arabist shit and drop the Arabism for a moment and realize who the fuck we are, we would have peace in this fucking region. We'd be unstoppable. We'd be a serious powerhouse. Nobody would be able to come to us. The Middle East would be fucking crazy. It would be insane. America wouldn't be able to step to us. And I say this as an American. If we fucking work together. But the problem is, our issue is, they're fucking idiots. We're a bunch of fucking idiots. Luckily enough, I don't know what happened in the Jewish state. We managed to figure it out. So we kind of stepped a level above. I'm hoping and counting on my Lebanese friends to step up to the plate. I really am. And I wish you guys, I say this with love always, I wish you guys nothing but the best. I want the best for you. But if you fall, I'm not really going to feel so bad for you. I'll be sad, but I'm not going to feel bad for you because you guys keep fucking up every opportunity you get.
Yes, you're right. And it really makes me sad that most Lebanese people don't see what you just said, like the benefits that we would get from having peace with you.
Yeah.
It's really sad. And when people ask me if I'm in favor of having like a peace agreement with Israel or normalization, I say not just that. I want an alliance, dude. Like I know how important it is for the well-being of our nation and for the well-being of the whole region. So this
Absolutely.
is something I'm gonna always fight for, and hopefully we're gonna see it within our lifetime. Man.
Inshallah, my brother. God bless you, and we'll hopefully we'll bring peace to this region together. That's the whole point of this YouTube channel. We're trying to bring the peace. We're trying to bring the peace on, baby. That's what we're trying to do. And I will say that you guys need the alliance, and I don't mean this as like a dig to you. You need the alliance way more than we do. We'll be fine without you. We'll eventually we'll get by without you. But I want you as a part of my thing. It's the same way as I want the Palestinians to be a part of my thing because I fucking love you guys. That's what I always say. I think you guys are a bunch of idiots. I think you're super stupid. Not just the Lebanese. I think the Lebanese are probably the smartest amongst you. But the whole Arabized world, I think you guys are a bunch of fucking idiots. But I want you to be with me because I love you. No, Lola's in here. Ask her the same shit. It's the same. We have the same sentiment. Lola's a Mizrahi Jew just like me who's in the chat right now. We want you to be a part of our thing. We want you to succeed with us. But you guys keep fighting us everywhere we go. And then we keep winning. And we keep succeeding without you. So it's like impossible to include you in the plans. You think I want to party alone in Tel Aviv? I want you to be a part of it. I want to come over your house. You come over my house. I want to play nice. I want play dates. But you guys are a bunch of fucking idiots. And you know what? I'll keep slapping you until you wake up, hopefully. Hopefully. Karina Censored. Are you Karina, the same Karina that called in the last show? Who we got fucking 250,000?
Yes, please, Tal, please.
Karina, is it you?
You have Karina.
Oh my
The
God.
one and only, the one and only.
Welcome back, lady. Guys, can we get a round of applause for Karina right here? Brought the channel of 700,000 fucking views. God bless you, woman. Thank you so much for your contribution to the channel. Anything you want to say, you're welcome. You're welcome to call in every show.
Clap, y'all make it clap.
You're welcome to call in every single show. What's on your mind, baby?
So you got your recording stuff ready because I'm about to cook.
Yeah, let's cook. Let's go for it. What are we making?
Okay, so first I want to thank all my fans. Thank you guys for making me famous. I am so famous now. I was already famous on TikTok, but I gotta give Tal a little bit of clout.
All right.
All right. I got a bone to pick with you, Tal, little hat boy.
Okay, little hat boy.
Yeah. All right. The video that you posted had a clickbait title that was insane.
Okay. That's the bone? That's the bone to pick?
That's one of the bones.
Okay, that bone is I don't title or thumbnail my own videos anymore. I have a company who does it, and they're professionals, and that's why our channel's on fire. So all I say is I leave it to the professionals. That's their job. I'm just here to make the content. Next question.
That's why you didn't use a picture of me in the thumbnail. Like you could have at least asked me. Like I'm pretty cute, Like, you could
It's
ask me for a picture.
it's their prerogative. Whatever they think works, I trust them, and that's how we got just short of 250,000 views. That's why I'm like I put it in their court.
750,000.
750,000.
Yeah. All right. I want to revisit the topic that we were talking about last time, and
Okay.
It's about the Palestinian kafia.
Okay, amazing. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So last time you said that the Palestinian kafia is like a complete knockoff of something that they wore in Iraq.
No, but okay. You didn't do your research. I can tell already.
What are you talking about?
Okay, go. What's your point? I don't want to shit on you yet. Go. Well, tell me what you want to say.
No, I was telling you, we were talking about how Palestinians have their own culture, and I was saying the kafia, it came from wherever, Iraq, and then the Palestinians made it their own, and now it's uniquely theirs.
Okay.
And you're saying no, it's just a ripoff of. I said the pattern and the colors would make it sit unique, and you said no, it's just a ripoff.
Okay. And
is it not a ripoff, or you changed your mind?
No, I still stand behind my point. What's your point?
And it's not a ripoff.
Okay, what part of it is not a ripoff?
The style, the color and the style of the kafia.
The color and the style is originally Palestinian?
Yeah, it's unique to the Palestinians.
It's absolutely not. It literally comes from Iraq.
What are you talking about?
Go look at pictures from the 1930s and earlier of Iraqis in the marshes in Mesopotamia, in the southern marshes of Iraq wearing that design. This design did not make it to
same design.
It's the Iraqi design. It is the. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up.
I need to see proof right now.
Can you look at? Are you calling in from your phone or your computer?
Computer.
Okay. Can you pull up my stream and have it muted? And I'm gonna go with you, piece by piece. I'm gonna bring the picture up on screen so we can go through it. Okay. I'll make it very clear.
Do your thing, Tal.
One question though.
Wait, we stay on mute. You don't talk right now.
Sorry.
Don't take advantage of the
I'm
situation.
star.
Thank you very much. Okay.
I'm the star.
I'm semi-considering. Can you guys wait just one moment? Let me get my kafia. Just nobody talk. Don't. This isn't your show, okay? Give me 1 second. We'll be right back.
It's mine. You guys want to talk so bad. But you can't. Only I can.
It's about time, motherfuckers.
Okay. Everybody shut up. Everybody shut up. It's me. I'm back. Everyone be quiet. Okay. Karina, you with me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Can you see the kafia?
Your stream is like kind of like behind, so.
Yeah, it might be like a 10-second delay. Here, let me turn on the camera on Discord too so you can see it in real time.
Yeah, there's like a 15-second delay. All right, I got you. I see you.
See the kafia?
I see it.
Okay. This is a real kafia, by the way, that was taken by an army friend of mine from a terrorist's house in southern Lebanon, a Hezbollah terrorist. So this is as real as it gets. This was brought to me as a gift. Okay, what part of this is Palestinian? Do you know what the pieces of the design mean?
No, I don't know that. I know like they mean something. Like there's like 3 pieces to it that mean something. I don't know what the fuck it means though.
Okay, so Palestinians, the narrative that they say is that these are olives, which they're not, but they say that these are the olives that the Palestinians tend to. They say that these are the olive leaves.
What?
And then this, I never really got an explanation for the 2 lines. That's what the Palestinians say.
I have never heard that from Palestinians.
Qafiya comes from the name Kufa in Iraq, which is a city in Iraq. You can look it up. Even on Palestinian, even in Palestinian websites. Hold on. Even in Palestinian websites where you want to buy one of these, they honor the fact that it's not originally theirs. Okay. The next thing.
The kafia isn't originally theirs.
The next thing.
The pattern is originally.
The pattern is uniquely Mesopotamian, specifically this one that the Palestinians stole from Iraqis. And this is something that is corroborated not just by Iraqi Jews who used to wear this, but Mandeans and Iraqi Christians and Iraqi Nazarenes. There's 1.5 million groups in Iraq that used to wear this thing that have nothing to do with Palestinians. And the design is as follows. These are fishing nets to honor the fishing people of southern Iraq in the marshes. These 2 lines specifically are the most important on this design because they honor the lifeblood of Mesopotamia. The Tigris River and the Euphrates River. That is the point of these 2. It is the lifeblood of Mesopotamia. Biblically, these are 2 of the most important rivers of the ancient world. The Tigris and Euphrates River. That's why they're like this. And in between them are the ripples of the river. In between them are the ripples of the river. This is a known thing by all Mesopotamian people. And it's been passed down from generation to generation. It has
Palestinian kafia, the fishnets, they're not, what did you say they were? Olives?
That's what they say. They told me,
no,
those are
they
olives.
say it's fishnets. No, well, they're stupid because
I know because they don't know their own history. But you could corroborate.
Okay, well, the one Palestinian you talked to that said it was a fucking olive.
It wasn't the one. Most of them don't even know. when I ask them what the design is. Most of them don't even know. But the ones who do try to bullshit something on the spot, they'll be like, oh, it's olives and these are olive branches. But the reality is, if you corroborate,
I've literally never heard of that.
if you corroborate the story with any Iraqi, with any Mesopotamian person, they will tell you the same exact thing, because this has been passed down from generation to generation. It's
So
a
you said
known
that you
thing.
had you said that you had proof. You said that you had proof from like the 30s or something of like Iraqis wearing that.
Yeah,
same
you
design.
could go Google it right now. You can find pictures of Iraqis wearing.
I've been Googling it, Tal. I don't see shit.
Well, I'll either try to have my editor pull it up on screen. I'm not going to spend time Googling it right now, but I recommend you either search it up on Google more, or I'll try to bring it up. Also, I have a video, I believe, that has a few pictures of Iraq from the 30s of Iraqis wearing this thing, and it's on my Instagram and on my YouTube. It's just about like the truth about Palestine. So I believe it's in there. If it's not, try to message me and I'll try to get around to it. I'll try to have somebody remind me. But there's pictures everywhere online. You can see Iraqis wearing this. Go and I'm being serious.
Iraqi wearing a keffiyeh, not this pattern
This
that the Palestinians
this
use.
specifically this specific design. This specific design is Iraqi. It also comes in a shade of red as well. It comes in black and it comes in red. The Iraqis wore this specific one. I mean, you could say wrong all day, but what connection does this have to Palestinians?
Man, I can't wait. I can't wait for you.
I'm gonna mute you. Get off. What connection does
get
this
off,
have?
Tico.
What connection does this have to Palestinians? This design.
They made it their own.
What does it signify to them? What?
I
told you the Mesopotamian narrative. So you're telling me, okay, you're telling me this, right? All the Iraqis and the Mesopotamians are lying, and they somehow convergently made up the same exact story for the same headscarf?
Yeah, no, the exact same pattern isn't used in Iraq.
Where's your proof that it isn't used in Iraq?
It's really hard to prove a negative, but I tried looking at the pictures and looking at your proof, and I couldn't find a single.
Okay, that's
damn
good. You
Iraqi
haven't
from
done
the
you
30s.
haven't done a good enough job. I can corroborate the story.
I did a very
I can
good
corroborate
job. I
the
even talked to,
story.
like 20 people in this chat.
I can corroborate.
No one
Okay,
could,
wait, hold
give
on,
me
hold on.
anything.
We have somebody calling in. I think that who wants to. I'm assuming he's watching the stream right now. Hold on, let's see. Set. I have a Jordanian
My
friend
fan.
I'm assuming he's watching the stream right now. Oh, here he has pictures. There we go. To add to the panel. 1 second. He wants to jump in. I bet it was driving crazy. Sam?
Hey, to the YouTube live, I wanted to make that go. I have so many pictures. I really know about this kofia.
Okay, you want to send me some pictures so I can put it up on screen?
Yeah, and I want to talk about it too. I'll
Go,
send you
talk-
pictures. I'll talk about it.
Talk about it right now. You're on live.
Okay. Hi,
Wait,
guys.
introduce yourself real quick, Sam.
Hey,
Yeah, talk to
I'm
me.
Sam Devey from Jordan. The kofia, literally the name, is from the city Kufa. Kufa in Iraq.
We know, you established
the
this.
Kurds wore this
Boring.
thing. Christians, especially Chaldeans, wear it. And the old pictures, just Google old pictures of Iraq, especially the north. It's not just for the Arabs, it's everybody in Iraq. But here's the thing, I will send you a picture of my great-grandfather. He was wearing it in the 20s in Jordan. The reason why it became a symbol for Palestinians in the war 1970 between Jordan and the Palestinians, White September, the Jordanian army wore the red one. So the Palestinians had to wear the black one to differentiate between a Palestinian soldier and a Jordanian soldier because they were fighting each other. Literally, everybody was wearing this. The only reason why it became a Palestinian symbol is because Yasser Arafat decided to wear it to have a different color than the one that King Hussein used to wear it. Before King Hussein and before Arafat, it was a general clothing for everybody. And the name is literally Kufiyya from the city of Iraq, Kufa.
Now she's making the argument that this design is somehow Palestinian, but it is a known fact that Yasser Arafat took this from the Iraqi people.
He's the reason why they had to wear it. In the war in Jordan 70s between Jordanians and Palestinians, the Jordanian army wore the red one. So the Palestinians either wore a hat or they had to wear the black and white one. That's all. Only to differentiate between the soldiers so they don't treat each other.
Okay, ask him this. In Iraq, they wore the exact same pattern and style
Yes.
that the Palestinians are wearing today?
Yes.
I'm not asking you, Tal. You don't know anything. I'm asking
What do you mean? I'm literally fucking Iraqi. What do you mean I don't know anything? My grandpa used to wear this. My grandpa used to wear this in Baghdad as a kid in the 1930s.
Still wear it till today.
I don't care what you are. You know
They still wear it today.
Chaldeans, yeah.
All right, ask the slug.
If it's
Ask the
an
slug on
Iraqi
the
clothing,
post.
I'll send you pictures from Iraq today.
Can you send me some? Because for some reason she needs proof of her.
I'll send from the old ones. I'll send one today.
This is a big
Listen, for people who are saying, "Oh, I'm getting trolled," I don't give a fuck. She got me 700,000 views last time. Let her continue. Let her cook, baby. Let her go.
Let me cook.
Let her cook. She's making me money.
People to hear this. I want people to hear this. Maybe for her, it's not an important thing, but for us, it's part of our culture. I don't want people to spread misinformation and insult our heritage and insult our like traditional clothing. Is it okay if I went to Native American tribes and I started faking some and putting some for their batches and some for everybody else? This is very racist and disrespectful. It's disrespectful with the Kurds, disrespectful with the Chaldeans, disrespectful.
No. He's not. He shouldn't change the subject. He's absolutely correct. This is the whole point of why I ever made a video on this and started using this as a talking point. This is an appropriation of our culture. It's not something that Palestinians can just take and use for violent resistance. It's not. I know you're saying this as a joke, Karina. I get it.
I'm not saying it as a joke. No.
I know you're doing a bit. I know you're doing a bit.
It's colonialism.
Hold on. I know you're doing. I know you're doing a bit. I know you're doing a bit, and it's not so funny. I know it's funny to you, but to us, genuinely, the fact that I, as a third generation Iraqi kid, right? I put this on in my videos, and people, even Jewish people, will hit me up and be like, "Take that terrorist scarf off of your neck. You shouldn't wear the terrorist scarf." I'm like, bitch, this is my shit. This is my shit. Who the fuck is gonna tell me to take this off? Because a bunch of Palestinians decided to use this for terrorism. I can't wear it now. Fuck that. I'm gonna reclaim this shit. This is my own. Nobody can take this away from me.
It came from Kufa and Iraq, but the way that it's designed now is unique.
You have no proof of that, and we have proof that this was invented in Iraq.
You haven't shown me any proof. I'm waiting.
Google it. I mean, I've seen people in the chat saying they literally found pictures of it. I don't know how you did it.
I can't find anything.
I just can't. I literally can't do it in the middle of stream with my software. Sam, can you send me a picture so we can do one before I close out?
I'll send you one from my great
He don't got
grandfather.
anything.
He died in the 30s.
He's a slug.
Before they founded the Palestinian thing. And this is an important thing I want you to talk about. If you are able to open the map of the Ottoman Empire, in the Ottoman Empire, Nablus and Haifa was part of Lebanon. They were part of Beirut state. And everything else in Israel today, it was called Jerusalem state. So Nablus and Haifa traditionally and historically are part of Beirut state. Just Google Beirut state border in the Ottoman times. There was nothing called Palestine. Literally, the people in Nablus and people in Haifa were identifying and following the governments and the borders of the Beirut state. I think the two pictures from people from my tribe, my grandfather's uncle and my great-grandfather's, both of them died before the 30s. That's what they used to wear. It was a famous traditional Iraqi kufiya. It was really famous, and it's called kufiya because it's from the city of Kufa. I'll send you the map I'll send you now the map of the Ottoman Empire, and see, there was nothing called Palestine. Nablus and Haifa, which is Samaria and the northern part of Israel today, they were both part of Beirut state. They were called themselves Beirutis. They see themselves as Lebanese. There was no Palestinian
This is the biggest straw man I have ever witnessed in my entire life.
Palestine today called themselves Lebanese.
Yeah, I'm seeing. I found a really funny one that's gonna hold on. I'm gonna try to put it up on screen, Karina, for you to show you. So this is what I was talking about. This is a Palestinian website that reappropriated the design. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it unless you're watching the stream. So this is like a clothing brand, a Palestinian clothing brand. So they did that whole olive shtick that I was telling you about. Stupid fucking olive designs. Even though this fucking existed before the Palestinian identity was a thing. It's just so ridiculous that they put this up on their website. Significance of kafia patterns. Olive leaves, perseverance, strength, resistance, fish nets, and bold roots, the trade routes of natural cultural merchant exchange, which is absolute bullshit because this existed before Palestinian identity was a thing. Hold on.
Did you see the last map that I sent you? The map of
on their same website, it says the kafia was also known as kofia shemach, which is the name of the design that we have, or hata, in a square-shaped cotton scarf. However, we all know it is much more than that. The keffiyeh has a long and complex history. Its roots date back to Mesopotamia in 3100 BC, where it was worn by the Babylonians and Sumerians. The actual word keffiyeh has its origins in Kufa, area of Iraq, meaning the city of Kufa. Okay, and then, hold on, Sam is sending me... You're sending me maps and shit. It's going to be kind of hard to...
Where's the proof?
No, but the pictures, these two pictures are people from my tribe, my great-grandfather who died in the 30s, and his uncle who died in the 50s.
Listen, you find me a picture of some dude in the 30s wearing it, I'll say I'm wrong. You don't find that picture, you say you're wrong, Tal.
The people loved, and in the Middle East, no one says it's Palestinian, because literally the name is Iraqi. The name is Kufiya, which is city in Iraq.
Correct.
Oh my god.
Someone who doesn't care about the culture. Yeah, but it's very racist and insulting for us to fake history in this brazen manner and show that you don't just like this girl disrespecting.
Get over it, Snowflake.
Disrespecting Chaldeans, disrespecting Kurds. It's very. Imagine
Get over it, Snowflake.
Tribes in America.
She doesn't respect us, Sam. She doesn't respect us.
Yeah. And she doesn't respect any. This is the people who talk about indigenous people.
No, you guys sound like libtards right now. You guys are like, oh my god, you can't wear your hair in braids. That's cultural appropriation.
No, but you know, Karina, it's important to bring up this point. The only reason I bring up this whole cultural appropriation shtick is because that's the whole argument on the other side. I'm only doing this in bad faith. And people know this about me. I genuinely believe anybody should be able to wear the keffiyeh. I don't give a fuck. Anybody should be able to wear the keffiyeh. But if you use it for terrorism and you're culturally appropriating it, saying that it's yours, saying that it's your thing, that you invented it, you invented the design, I have a problem with that. I have a serious issue with that because in the same way, the people on the left side of the aisle right now in the world, right, in the world's liberal sort of agenda, they're like, somebody who's not black can't wear braids or can't wear an afro or can't wear so like
it's different when I do it.
Fuck you. You can't wear this if you're not Iraqi. That's my perspective. If we're gonna have the rules, everybody needs to apply the rules the same way. If you're not Iraqi, you're not allowed to wear this. Fuck you. That's the end of my statement. This shit was invented in Iraq, should not be cultural appropriated by people in the Levant. Sorry.
The pattern is Palestinian. Sorry.
It's not that they are not allowing Iraqis to wear it. They're attacking Iraqis who wear it. They're terrorizing people who wear the traditional clothing.
Correct.
Imagine this. They didn't just steal it. Now they're terrorizing us and forcing us to accept their lies. It's very insulting and it's just a culture war, you know? You're insulting the Iraqis who invented it. You're insulting the Chaldeans, the Kurds, and you're terrorizing them and telling them, look, this is your tradition. Well, I'm taking it now, and you cannot wear it, and you cannot defend it. It's very insulting.
Absolutely.
Thank you. It was a great. I'm gonna keep watching now. Thank you.
The straw man is insane.
Thanks for calling, Sam. Thank you for calling in, brother.
Thanks for calling, Slug.
He did send me some pictures that just came in right now as he hung up. I believe this, he said, it was his family member wearing the same design.
Oh shit, that actually kind of does look like the Palestinian keffiyeh. That's like the closest proof I've seen.
So, and then he sent me maps, but I don't think they're really relevant to right now. But it's exactly what he was saying, is that Palestinian identity didn't exist back then. But thank you so much, Karina. Appreciate you calling, and hopefully this gets another 750,000 views. We appreciate you, Queen. Call in again in the next show.
Free my mood. Free my mood.
Free Mahmoud. No, fuck no, Mahmoud. Deport his ass. What the hell? We're not trying to free him. We're trying to deport Mahmoud Khalil. Fuck that guy. Okay. I'm trying to decide who we should call in next. Guys, can we get a round of applause for Karina for stirring up shit? Ladies and gentlemen, please. Let's get a round of applause for the lady. Hopefully she gets us 1.5 billion views. I see people were super chatting while we were talking. Shauna dropped us $5 and said, okay, question, what is the difference between ethnicity and nationality in a tribe in your mind, for clarification? Ethnicity is an ethnic group, so it would be like a group of people who are either bound to a piece of land, who have religious ties amongst them. It's kind of almost like a tribe. I would say ethnicity and tribe can kind of be synonymous, but tribe has its own connotation for being a little bit more on the micro level. And ethnicity is, I guess, a group of people also have shared DNA, but the DNA argument is also a little bit like, you know, we talk a lot about DNA on this show and on the Discord. DNA is very iffy, but I guess a group of people with a set characteristics, with a set way of life, who come together and and identify as one cohesive group. A nationality is more of a new thing. Like Israeli is a nationality, Palestinian is a nationality, Jordanian is a nationality. These are new states based on like the Western state ideology, that every state is a state, it has its voting, it has its government, it has its this. That's what a nationality is. And you have your passport. A nationality, you can have different ethnicities who live under the same nationality. Hope that answers that question. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Davide dropped us €5 and said, depending on how long you might, I won't have to debate you on a topic regarding the video on Yuri Bezmenov. I'm not sure if that's relevant to the conversation right now, Davide, but I love you so much and I appreciate it. But we're also getting closer to the end of the show. I might take one more caller today. And Leo Halperin dropped us 5 rand, I'm assuming, maybe? I don't know what 5R is. If there is no Palestine state, Israel will become an apartheid unless you gave Israeli nationality to all of them. Not necessarily. It can be more nuanced than that. I don't have time to open up the entire solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. But no, not necessarily. If we rework our framework on what Israel is trying to achieve in the region, what Israel has to be in the region, rather than forcing Israel to be a democracy like America in the region where no democracy exists, then we can actually adjust the framework and we don't have to actually make this an Arab state. But also, in addition to that, you look at the UAE, they have 900,000 Emiratis living amongst 10 million foreigners in their country, and they still make it work. But the reality is that equal rights and democracy doesn't exist anywhere else in the Middle East. I don't believe that we should be upheld to that unattainable goal in the Middle East as Israel. And it's racist to assume that only us should have to aspire to be like that in the Middle East, in my opinion. Traveling Guy Clatt? Hello?
Hello, Ran.
Yes, brother.
How are you?
You kind of sound like the Saluki.
30 years old. How is Miriam, by the way, your grandma? How is she?
She's good. I spoke to her today. She's doing a little better.
She has a dream, you know. She wants to die sitting on top of a dick. Maybe one day her dream is going to come true. So Tal Oran, you're a...
Yes? If you're gonna do the whole like evil nemesis thing, maybe it'll make the stakes a little higher instead of attacking an 86-year-old woman.
Okay.
Anything?
No, but really, your grandma really wanted to sit on top of a dick.
Okay. Anything else besides talking like that about an 86-year-old woman? You have anything else?
An 86-year-old bitch. Okay. So you're a thief. In your own video, you have admitted.
Oh, I remember this guy. Oh, I remember this guy. I missed you. You're the guy from Mauritius.
What?
Aren't you the guy from Mauritius?
No.
Where are you from?
Why do you need to know?
Oh, so you're a pussy and a bitch at the same time, huh? That's crazy. Okay, so what's up? What's going on the island of Mauritius? Have you guys killed enough dodo birds?
We have killed enough bitches, just like your mom. We killed your mom, buried her.
He's French Algerian.
Yeah, inside it.
Ah, he's a pouton de merde. He's a foufoun de singe.
Yeah, whatever. Keep talking shit. I don't care.
Okay.
Okay, so you stole a kafir
Yes.
from a Lebanese civilian, and you have the audacity to showcase it here. You are a thief.
No, this is from a terrorist.
No, I'm not. You cannot say it's a terrorist.
It's a Hezbollah terrorist, yeah.
Fuck you. It's from a civilian.
So wait, terrorists are civilians now?
Can you repeat?
Terrorists are civilians now?
How can you say he's a terrorist?
Because he came from the house of a Hezbollah terrorist?
How do you know it's a Hezbollah?
A house that was storing rockets to kill Israelis with?
Have you seen the rockets? Pictures, anything?
Yes.
Have any proof?
Yes. That's how I got this.
Show me the proof.
I can't show it to you right now.
So you don't have any proof?
I have the proof, I can't show it.
You don't have the proof because you're not showing it. So you're a thief. You stole from a civilian home.
Okay, I'm a thief and I stole it from a civilian home. Okay, next.
Okay, you admit you're a thief.
I'm a thief and I stole from a civilian. I'm a thief and I stole from a civilian home. Next.
You stole from a civilian home.
I am a thief. I am a thief and I stole from a civilian home. What's next?
You're an idiot. Okay, and also you have also said in your video that Palestinians suffer in the West Bank.
Correct.
And you have the audacity to defend the Israeli occupation.
Occupation.
The killing of civilians.
Please say correctly. Occupation.
Whatever. Fuck your mom. The killing of civilians has a right to defend. Okay, from whom is your army defending against?
Let's get into your point. What do you want Israel to do? Wait, no, shut up. What do you want Israel to do? Go. What your perfect world? What do you want me to do? Go.
Delete your channels.
Delete my channels. One. Okay. Commit suicide. Part of that as well.
Yes, why not?
Okay.
If he's so shitless.
Next.
Why not? Maybe. Yeah, because your dad should have used a condom. You're the definition of a defect.
And you, my friend, are Prince of Egypt. Let me tell you something. And next, okay.
Yeah, at least I'm a pharaoh. I'm not an insect.
Absolutely.
A defect.
Absolutely.
Oh, you're admitting you're an
Absolutely,
idiot.
brother. Okay, and next, what else?
You even changed my name or what?
I didn't change your name. I have nothing to do with that. I don't know who's doing it, but I'm proud of them.
Yeah, because you're a brainless zombie, just like.
Oh, Jack did it. Okay, Jack, you could have made this something worse. It's just I'm an idiot.
Jack, I have to insert a Jack in your mom's pussy. Remember that.
All right.
He did it.
Okay, buddy. Okay. Well, thanks for calling in. What I can say about this guy is this is a product of colonization. The French fucked North Africa, and then you end up with this kind of creature. I don't really know how we could do to help his condition. He seems like he's in a poor condition, but we'll wish him the best. Okay, Pasha dropped us a super chat for 50 שקל. ראיתי סרטון שלך טוען שישראל לא אפשרה לקטר לממן את חמאס. שר הביטחון אפשר בפעם ראשונה להתפטר בדיוק על זה. התייחסות. I don't know where I said that Israel didn't let Qatar finance Hamas. Pasha, this is what Pasha said. I don't totally remember where I said this. If I said it, I need to see the video again, but I don't remember where I said this, to be honest with you, Pasha. So I don't know if it's a miscommunication between the two of us or what, but I don't remember saying that. But I'll need to look into it. But thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. And Mike No-Go Zones dropped $5 and said, hey, Tal, I've actually been to Kufa, Iraq. On another note, will you be stopping by Miami? I'm in Miami right now, baby. I'm in South Florida right now. Thank you so much for the super chat. And I'll be here for a little while. We're hopefully going to do some speaking engagements here as well. Okay, let's take on one more caller. Oh, let's bring on this guy. I'm an idiot. I don't think we've ever brought him on yet. I'm an idiot. You're on the show, baby. Welcome to the show. Where are you calling from?
You're admitting your.
It's my favorite part of the show.
That's the same guy, by the way.
I'm aware. Keep yourself on mute. Keep yourself on mute. Thank you.
Oops, sorry.
I'm an idiot. Hello?
Yes, you are.
I could literally do this all day. Oh, man. Okay. Is there anything else you wanted to say, brother? I'm an idiot?
Can I fuck your mom?
Oh, God. This guy's a little nasty little bug. Okay, Ibrahim Shiraj, you're back on with us. We'll take you as the last caller for today.
Oh, thanks for having me here.
Yeah.
So I I saw your profile on Instagram. I didn't know that you had a YouTube channel, but I guess someday I got your recommendation. And the first video I saw about you was the one you were doing with the Jewish Christian sect, and I liked it very much. I didn't know that such a sect existed, where Christians follow Jewish traditions even in 21st century, and that was really good. And since then I've been following you on Instagram and watching your stories. So Thank you for your contents.
Okay, thank you, Ibrahim. I appreciate you very much. Where are you calling from? Where are you from?
So I'm from Bangladesh.
Oh, cool.
So I don't know whether you had any caller from there yet.
Yeah, we've had it in the past as well. We've had some. Okay, well, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you calling in. Let's let Sammy finish us off for the show tonight. Sammy,
Tal, my God, bro.
my brother.
I thought you almost ducked the fate. What's going on?
How you doing, bro?
Bro, I'm good. I'm chilling, man. I'm high. You fucking, you know what I'm saying? You're very entertaining.
Thank you. We try to be.
Yeah. So what's going on? What's new, bro? Everything good?
Alhamdulillah, brother. We're doing our best. You know, we're living one day to the next. I'm in America now, trying to spread the word about Israel a little bit. Wake people up a little bit.
Look.
Tell me.
I love Israel, bro. I love Israel. I love the Jews.
Wait.
I love
Let's pause real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, can we get a round of applause? A fucking big round of applause. About a year ago this time, we probably had Sammy calling in, says, fuck Israel, fuck the IDF. He just said he loves Israel. He loves the IDF. Can we get a fucking round of applause for this man right here?
Bro, you ain't let me finish.
I gotta pause you real quick where it gets good before it gets bad. Okay, go.
Oh, yeah, you smart. You know what you're doing. All right, anyways.
Yeah.
Look. So, you know what I'm saying? The idea of Israel, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Christian. So, like it's in the Bible, like, Israel got to be there.
Yeah.
But goddamn, motherfucker, the whole government got to go from top to bottom.
Honestly, I think
how the fuck you guys
we agree.
Break a ceasefire? You guys kill 400 children on one day, and you're talking about
Sammy 400 children. Sammy 400 children.
Come on, bro.
Sammy,
I seen the CNN news.
Habibi, 400 children.
Not 400 children, but it was a lot of children.
But do you know?
Can
I say something real quick? Do you understand how racist it is?
And you guys killed Abu
hold on.
Ubaidah too,
Sammy.
Like, goddamn, bro.
That was a good
spokesperson.
That was a good hit, bro. What are you talking about? Do you understand? I'm not even
Bro,
saying.
he's in media.
Hold on. Do you know? I'm not even saying this as a joke.
You don't even carry a gun. He's in media, dog.
Hold on 1 second, Sammy. Hold on. Do you know how fucked up it is towards Palestinians that we just inflate because of Hamas's propaganda? We just throw the death count around like it's nothing for them. Like, doesn't every individual Palestinian life matter? Why are we so okay with just being like 400 kids died? But we don't know the kids. We don't know their names. We don't know where they're from. We just trust that when Hamas says 150 people were killed right now and they were all innocent civilians, they were all journalists, we're just like, yeah, it's fine. Like, doesn't the nuance matter? Every single of the 1,200 people who were killed on October 7th, every single person documented. The ashes were collected, documented, studied scientifically, and we process that shit. Every single person is honored. But when somebody in Palestine, when somebody in Gaza dies, it's just 150 dead. Like, Akhi, their lives matter. We got to show some level of respect. We can't just toss around 400 children died.
I'm not talking about it. But really, a lot of children died.
But Sammy, you understand? I know you're high, and I know it's kind of funny, but I'm being genuine right now. Like, we need to show up. We need to be better than just being like. We need to be better than just CNN corroborating Hamas numbers, right? We have to aspire to at least be better than that. It's not like CNN has somebody on the ground in Gaza. It's just Hamas says 400 people dead, so CNN's like 400 people dead. It's not. We know the rabbit hole. It's not like CNN has somebody on the ground there corroborating numbers. I really think we need to be better than just being like 400 Palestinian kids are dead now because of an Israeli bomb. Like, Akhi, let's show some level of respect to the dead Palestinians. Some level.
A lot of children died that day, and that's a tragedy. That's a whole motherfucking shame.
I'm with you on that.
That's not an
there you go.
accomplishment for no army.
I'm with you on that.
That's not an accomplishment for nobody.
I'm with you on that. That statement right there, I agree with you 100%. It's a shame. It's shameful that children had to die. It's shameful that innocent civilians have to die. And it's 100% the blame of Hamas.
I thought, man, come on, Tal, you don't even.
It's
believe that.
100% the blame of Hamas.
Okay, I thought about it though.
Okay,
Hold on.
tell me.
What's the only reason that, like, say, you know what I'm saying? Say I'm like part of this shit. What's the only reason?
Dude, Sammy's
that
trying.
I would do
Sammy's trying to
any
get
of-
clipped, bro. Sammy's trying to get in the clip, bro. That's what Sammy
that I
wants.
would do any of this and continue to do it. It's because you guys are trying to gaslight the other countries around you to fight, so you guys can drop shit on them, and you guys can light the whole region up. That's the only way it makes sense.
And what interest does that serve us?
Bro, you guys know you guys will fuck that whole region up.
But what interest
Anybody
does that serve us?
fight.
What interest does it serve us?
I don't know the interest that is.
So there you go. You're being stupid.
Hold on, man. I gotta help discuss this, bro. 1 second.
Sammy, I got a show to run, but you'll have to call you in the future. We love you, brother. Thank you for calling in. I think Sammy's strain of weed is not the best today, so we got to get him a new dealer. If anybody knows a dealer for Sammy, let's get him a better, maybe an indica. What's the sativa for the body, or is indica for the body? Somebody type me, please. Let me know. I forgot. I haven't smoked weed in a long time. I don't remember the strains. We need a hookup. We're gonna start we're gonna start our GoFundMe to get Sammy a new dealer that gets him the right weed for his brain, not for his body, because an indica body, sativa head. Okay, we got to get him a sativa. That's what we want to get Sammy. The reality is that the numbers that Hamas immediately says that Palestinians are killed is absolute bullshit. We all know this. Is it an absolute shame that innocent Palestinians are going to have to die now? Yes, but it's also Hamas that doesn't want to negotiate the release of more hostages and dead bodies that they're holding. There's no more Mr. Nice Guy. This is how the Middle East works, and this is how we need to be, ladies and gentlemen. And I am unapologetic on it. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate each and every single one of you. We had 500 people on live with us today. God damn, that's crazy. I appreciate every single one of you for calling in. I implore you to join my Patreon. $10 a month, you get the after show right after this. We're all going on Patreon. We're going to hang out. It's going to be a great time. And I'm going to see you guys then. I love you guys long, long time. Thank you all again for the support and the love. And let's hope for some good clips with Karina and with Sammy. Let's hope for another 700K clip, 1 million clip. Let's go for it. We're going for gold, baby. We're trying to get to 500,000 subs. I didn't think we'd be there, but we're getting close. God damn it. Also, by the way, if anybody is interested in bringing me to speak to your local community, to your church, to your synagogue, to your Hillel, your Chabad, email me at collab.travelingclatt@gmail.com. We're going around the United States right now. Got speaking engagements on the 9th in San Francisco. I'm speaking in Dallas, Texas on the 10th and the 11th. Just follow my social media so you can get exact confirmation on what venues it'll be. You can already buy tickets on the 9th. Malka Productions, take a look. It's on my Instagram page. I'll be in San Francisco on the 9th of April, speaking there amongst a panel of other amazing Mizrahi Jews. And on the 10th and the 11th, I'll be speaking in Dallas. And hopefully we'll do some more speaking engagements in South Florida and around the United States. So if you're interested in bringing me to your community to speak, please do send us an email, send us a message, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you a long time. Goodbye, class. If you believe in my content and want to support me, just know your help is needed. There's a bunch of great ways to support me, being PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, or joining my Patreon community down below. Patreon is the best way to support my channel, and you'll get a bunch of cool perks depending on what tier you join. Another great way to support me is by buying my merchandise on TheTravelingClatt.com. I regularly drop new merch designs like this beautiful hat, or this amazing shirt, where you can support the channel and get something cool for yourself. I also have an amazing Discord community with people from all over the world. Thank you so much for your support.